Hey guys, we have an Interceptor 650 silver colored bike with us. We have added some added accessories into the bike. We will tell you about the accessories as well as the cost. But first, let us just have a look around the bike and see how it feels. You see, it has dual silencers. It looks really good from the rear. The seat is a bit narrow, but it's fine. From the side, it looks like a pure classic bike. It really gives you the retro look of the bike, and from the front it looks like a beefy kind of bike, and it looks good when you ride the bike on the road. Now let's talk about some of the accessories we have added into the bike. First one is this rear view mirrors. These are black in color and they cost around 4000 rupees. They reduce vibration when you are on long roads, and it looks nice on the bike as well. Then we have this windscreen. This is the bigger one. There are two options for this from Royal Enfield, and I have opted for the bigger one. Then we have this leg guard. This we have opted for a black one. You get a silver leg guard as well, but the size of the leg guard is a bit small. I doubt it will save your leg if it falls or not. That is a bit doubtful. Then we have this thing. I don't know what it is called, but stock the color is silver. I've opted for a black colored one, so it costs around 850 rupees. The leg guard costs around 1700 rupees. And then we have this engine guard. It's a bit dirty right now. I mean, I have been riding the bike. It protects your engine from some many things, and it costs around 2000 rupees. And other than that, the bike is all stock. I have not added anything else into the bike. Overall, I am quite happy with how the bike looks, at least. Now let's just have a look at the instrument cluster of the bike. It is very much similar to what we have seen on the Thunderbirds and the other Royal Enfields. It is nothing different, but it comes with dual channel ABS, and there you can see the ABS light glowing and all. I have ridden around 200 kilometers on this bike, so that's what it is showing. And when you turn on the ignition, the front headlamp is always on. It would always be on. I just think that this should have been an LED bulb, because it consumes a lot of power of the battery if you just turn it on. And then these are the switches, switch gears and all. These are standard. You can find in any other bikes. If you are a biker, you can find it in any other bikes and all. This is pretty standard, nothing much. And then that's it. I mean, that's most of the things that we have. Yeah, here we have the front disc brake. This is one of the bigger discs that I have seen. I don't know the exact size of the disc. It's Royal Enfield logo in here. Let us see how it's look good. Then we have yeah, it looks good from the rear as well. Let's just have a look at the rear disc as well. Both front and rear are ABS enabled, so it has dual channel ABS on the bike. The bike is a bit dirty because of my riding conditions in here. It's raining in Bangalore these days, and again with Royal Enfield branding on the engine as well. All in all, it seems like a good package to buy at this price point. Well, the fuel lid is something that comes into your hand, and I personally don't like it this way, but that is how it is. Maybe this is because they wanted to give a retro look to the bike, authentic retro look I should say, but I am not a personal fan of this. One thing I am not a fan of in this bike is the wire concealment. As you can see, the wires are dangling around from the front end of the bike, and you can see it on both sides. The wire dangle around, and around the engine as well. If we go down, we can see that the wires are there near the engine as well. I am not a fan of this kind of wires dangling around within the bike. I just think that Royal Enfield should have concealed these wires in a better way so that the look of the bike or even functionality of the bike would not have been hampered. I mean, right now I'm just not a fan of these wires dangling around from the front of the bike. That's it. That's the only issue I am having with the bike right now. Now let's hear the sound of the bike and see how it feels.
Switch on. Neutral.
One thing we would like to point out that if you try to ride the bike with the side stand on, the bike will not run. What we will do is that when you start the bike and you put the bike on a gear, the bike will turn off if the side stand is on. Let us show you how it works.
Turn on the bike. Let me ride the bike and show you how it feels to ride the bike. Now it's stand up. On.
Look at the smile he has. Let's hear it out.
It is amazing. The bike has really good power and the torque really helps. When you pull the bike, pull the accelerator, the bike really pulls you up. It really doesn't feel like a normal Royal Enfield.
Well, I have one problem with the bike, and that is the placement of the foot pegs. The foot pegs are placed right below the point where I have to put the feet down to the ground, and to avoid that I have to sit a bit forward on the bike, and because of that when I try to drag the bike, the leg hits the foot peg. It's not an issue, but it is a bit of an inconvenience. And when I sit on the bike on my normal position, which is a bit backwards on the bike, the foot pegs fall right below my legs, and because of which I have to put my leg a bit wider when I try to maneuver the bike in traffics or in other places. So that is a problem. Other than that, I don't have any other issue with the bike. I quite like riding this bike. Well, that concludes our first impression and review of the bike. We think Royal Enfield has given us a very good package at a very competitive price. 650cc bike at around 3 lakh rupees. That is a very competitive price, and the accessories they are providing with the bike are also of very good quality, and there are many options that you can buy from Royal Enfield itself. So if you want to customize your bike and have a different look of your bike for yourself, you can definitely have it. And that's it from our end, guys. You let us know what you think about the bike, about this video, and about the way we are doing the reviews, and that's it.